Hello students, this is Neeta Biju. Welcome to another class of Business Studies. In today's class, we'll be discussing whether management is a profession or not. We have already discussed whether management is an art and science, and today we'll be discussing whether management is a profession. For that, we need to know what is profession and its features and match up with the features of management and then conclude whether management is a profession or not. So first we'll study what is profession. So profession is an occupation which requires specialized knowledge and training, in which entry is restricted. It renders specialized services to the public. Example, doctors, lawyers, teachers, chartered accountants, etc. So it is one occupation, one employment. It is an economic activity which requires special knowledge and training and skill, in which all are not allowed. Only those who have passed that examination from that particular institute are allowed to practice, and they render the special services to their clients in consideration for fees like doctors, lawyers, teachers, chartered accountants, etc. So now we'll study about the features of profession and then match up with the features of management, and then we'll conclude whether management is a profession or not. The first feature, well-defined body of knowledge. Second one, restricted entry. The third one, professional association. The fourth one, ethical code of conduct. And the fifth one, service motive. So for the first one, well-defined body of knowledge. Here you can see, in a profession, all professions are based on a well-defined body of knowledge that can be acquired through instruction. Every profession has good principles, a very well organized, fixed, universally accepted principles and body of knowledge that has to be acquired through certain instructions or institutions. And in management here, management also requires specialized knowledge. It comprises with well-defined principles that can be acquired through various books, courses, professional institutions, etc. So you can see here, compare the two that is features of management with the features of profession. Well-defined body of knowledge is present in both the places, that is in profession as well as management. Both has fixed principles and body of knowledge. The second feature is restricted entry. So here you can see, under profession, to be a professional, it is a must that an individual acquires an educational degree through an examination. So it may be doctors, it may be lawyers, it may be chartered accountants. They need that particular degree. They need to complete that particular educational course and then pass the examination. Only then they can practice their profession. In management also, anyone can become, irrespective of any degree or any educational qualification, anyone can become a manager irrespective of educational qualification. However, individuals may acquire a management degree to get an edge over other individuals in the field of management. So in case you need, there is no compulsion, but in case you need consideration or preference, you can go for IIM and pass the examination so that you will get priority. So there is no compulsion as such. Next feature is professional association. Under profession, we have here, all professionals are affiliated to their respective professional associations, which regulates entry, grants certificate of practice, and formulates code of conduct. So under profession, all the professionals have to be registered under that particular institute, and then they have to grant certificate of practice and formulate the code of conduct, which regulates entry. So here the professionals have to practice only under the certificate and after passing through the examination, and they have to strictly follow the code of conduct that is formulated by the institutions or associations. Under management, there are management associations which have set membership rules and ethical codes, but again, it is not compulsory for managers to be a part of them or to get registered. So we do have management associations, and membership rules and ethical codes, everything is laid down by the management associations. But again, it's not mandatory for any person, for any candidate to be a part of it or get registered into that particular association. The next feature is ethical code of conduct. Under profession, we have strict code of conduct. The behavior of each professional is bound by the code of conduct laid down by the professional organization they belong to, and they have to follow strictly. Every professional have to follow and behave likewise according to the code of conduct laid down by their respective institutions or organizations. Even in management, we do have All India Management Association, a management body that has devised a code of conduct for managers, but it is again not compulsory for managers to be the member of such association. It means even in management we do have certain associations that lays down code of conduct and behavior for the managers, but again we need not be the members of that particular association. The fifth feature is service motive. Profession. Professionals provide dedicated and committed service towards the interest of their clients and receive monetary benefits for their services rendered. Under profession, it's purely service motive, and in consideration for their services rendered, they receive certain monetary benefits in form of fees. In management, here every time the main objective is profit maximization, that is economic objective, survival, profit and growth. But the modern concept of management is also to serve the society here. So in order to survive in the industry for a longer period of time, management aims at not only accomplishing economic objectives, that is survival, profit and growth, but also social objectives by diverting the profits for the welfare of the society. So somewhere we can say that management is on the path of service motive. It's not purely for service motive, but it is on the path of service motive. So in order to conclude here, dear students, we can just summarize all the features and compare the two features, the features of profession as well as management. The first one, well-defined body of knowledge, is very much present in profession as well as in management. The second feature, restricted entry. It is a must for every profession. They have to go through one particular institute, and they have to actually receive, or the institute should issue the certificate of practice, only then they can practice, but there is no compulsion under management. Professional association is also present very much in profession, but again here under management, the managers need not be registered or the members of such association. Ethical code is also very much compulsory and to be followed by every profession, but it is not present in management. Ethical codes are of course laid down by the associations, but it is again not mandatory. The fifth feature, the service motive, is very much present in profession. Every profession is based on, or its motive is, or its main objective is nothing but service motive. But here management is not purely for service motive. It always mainly aims at profit maximization. So we can just say it is partially present in the management. So here, to conclude, dear students, there is just hardly one feature of profession that is completely matching up with the feature of management. So here we can conclude that management is not a profession, but it is on the way or on the path to be called as a profession. Since all the 5 features we have compared, and we can see that there is only one feature that is completely matching up with the feature of management. Therefore, we can conclude management is not a profession. So to summarize all the 3, the final conclusion is whether management is an art, science or profession. The conclusion is management is both art and science, but not a profession. I repeat, dear students, management is both art and science, but not a profession. That's all for today's class, dear students. Thank you.